That old one.
No, no, please don't make me take off my locket. I don't want a new one.
What is it, Annie?
This locket. My mother and father left it with me when they left me at the orphanage 11 years ago. There was a note, too. They're coming back for me. And I know I'm really lucky to be here with you for Christmas, but... And I don't know how to say... One thing in the whole world I want more than anything else is to have a mother and father and be like regular kids with folks of my own. Oh.
Don't worry, Annie. I'll find them for you. I'll find your parents for you.
Baby. Shh. It'll be all right.
I'll get her a brandy.
There, Annie. If there is anyone who can find your parents, Warbucks is the one.
Mr. Warbucks will find your mother and father if he has to pull every political string there is to pull, up to and including the White House.
The League of Nations!
If he should need the FBI, then he will have the FBI with all the favors that he's done. J. Edgar Hoover owes him one, and then the midnight oil gets burned till not a stone is left unturned. He will search everywhere and he'll find them, I swear. Oh, you won't be an orphan for long, where other men would call it quits.
And disappear.
He'll use his fortune and his wits.
Never appear.
Cross the street or cross the sea, and he sweetly guarantee that you won't be an orphan. No, you won't be an orphan for long.
Jager, Warbucks. I want 50 of your best G-men. A day, a week, for however long it takes. Put them on vacation. I'll pay costs. I'll pay all costs. Fine, when can I have them? Tomorrow? Oh, and Jay, I want Elliot Ness, too. We'll take him off the Capone case.
Hip, hip,
Hooray! Tomorrow morning it begins. You're with a man who always wins. Trust in him and he'll prove mountains easily moved. Oh, you won't be an orphan. No, you won't be an orphan for long.
Annie, give me your locket.
But Mr. Warbucks, I just told you that...
I know, Annie, but it could be our best clue. We'll give it to the FBI, and we'll help them trace where it was bought and who bought it.
The FBI might want my note, too.
You watch, Annie. You may be meeting your parents in just a couple of days.
Really?
Really.
Oh, boy, I gotta write to the kids about this.
What a thing to occur. Finding them, losing her. Oh, you won't be an orphan for long.
And Mr. Warbucks says that I'll be meeting my mother and father within a couple of days. So maybe now it's time, and maybe when I wake, they'll be there calling me baby, baby.
on America's favorite radio program, The Occident Hour of Smiles, starring your own softy Bert Healy. A moment of tears. Say something, Annie.
Thank you, Bert Healy.
But remember, folks,
Smile, Danya, smile!
right, Wacky, smile, darn you, smile. Say, Wacky, who's that who just walked into the WEAF studio?
Why, it's none other than that wealthy industrialist and Wall Street tycoon, Oliver Warbucks.
Now, Oliver Warbucks, I understand you have something to tell the folks out there about little Annie here.
Yes, good evening, Bert Healy. Annie is an 11-year-old foundling who was left by her parents on the steps of New York's Municipal Orphanage on the night of December 31st, 1922.
And aren't you conducting a coast-to-coast, nationwide search for Annie's parents?
Yes, Bert Healy, I am now conducting a coast-to-coast nationwide search for Annie's parents. Drop page. Furthermore, I am offering a certified check for $50,000 to any person who can prove that they are Annie's parents.
Wow!
Wow! So Annie's parents, if you're listening in, write to Oliver Warbucks, care of this station, WEAF New York, or directly to him
At my home, Bert Healy. At my home! At my home, 987 Fifth Avenue, New York, New York.
That's 987 Fifth Avenue, New York, New York.
And I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the makers of all new Occident toothpaste with Miracle L64 to fight bad breath for letting me appear here this evening. Grace, I just did a commercial. I've never endorsed anything in my life. This is just ridiculous. I've never been so...
Good night, Oliver Warbucks. Thank you for dropping by, Oliver Warbucks. So, Annie's parents, if you're listening in, there is $50,000 and a wonderful daughter waiting for you. So get in touch right away, you hear?
Say, Mr. Healy, isn't it time once again for those lovely Boylan sisters?
It most certainly is. Well, I can see by the clock on the wall that another one of our Thursday night get-togethers has gone by faster than you can say Occident.
Oh, that's why, dear,
The toothpaste of the stars.
to make your teeth Hollywood bright.
So, for the Occident Smiler family, Bonnie,
Occident,
Connie,
Occident,
and our two Ronnies,
Occident.
the lovely Boylan sisters.
And Wacky!
This is Bert Healy, your old softy saying, ha 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 ha. You sure have no smile, but brother, you're never fully dressed without a smile. Your clothes may be full, probably they stand out a mile, but brother, you're never fully dressed without a smile. Who cares what they're wearing on Main Street or Savile Row? What they wear seem to weird. They're not from head to toe that man.
sisters. So janitor, so long for a while. Remember, you're never fully dressed without a smile. Guess what they're wearing on Main Street of Savile Row? It's what you wear from year to year. And I can't so bad. So janitor, so long for a while. Remember, you're never fully dressed. Though you may wear the best, you're never fully dressed without a smile, smile, smile. Smile, dirty smile. Did I hear happiness in here? No, Miss Hannigan. What are you still doing up?
Annie was on the radio.
Yeah, I heard her. Next thing you know, they're going to be making a musical about her. Let's clean up this mess.
Miss Hannigan, Miss Hannigan, Miss Hannigan.
Say it! Never misses. Oh, Jesus. Oh, $50,000 reward. A $50,000 reward. What I couldn't do with $50,000. Oh, I hate that Annie so much you'd think I was her mother.
Excuse us, ma'am. We knocked upstairs, but nobody answered. Are you the lady that runs this here orphanage?
Yeah?
Oh, Ralph, I'm scared. Something could have happened to her.
Hush, Cheryl. She's gonna be here. She's gonna be ours again. Ma'am,
What do you want?
well, we had terrible troubles back then. Had to leave a baby on the front stoop.
Our little girl, our Annie.
Annie? You're Annie's parents?
Please, nothing's happened to her.
I don't believe this. Annie's parents? Oh, where did you say you come from?
We're from a farm up in Canada,
Nova Scotia.
where they get lots of chickens
Little chickens,
and ducks
ducks.
and geese
Oh, you should see all the geese.
and roosters. Gotcha, sis!
Oh, God, Rooster. I never would have known it was you in 100 years.
Fool us, sis, and we're gonna fool Warbucks too.
Get ourselves 50,000 big ones.
This is gonna be the best bunco job ever. I know a guy out of jail that can doctor up a fake birth certificate or any other paper you may need. But we need your help, sis, for details about Annie to help us pull this thing off.
Sure, I could help you. A lot. But what's in it for me, Ralph?
Three-way split.
Half. Half.
Half, half, half. Straight down the middle. 25 grand each. But we gotta do it fast. Give him some of the old rooster razzle dazzle. In and out. 3-4 minutes tops. Get the money. Get the kid. And get the hell out of town!
But that's the problem. The kid, Annie. What do we do with her afterwards?
That's no problem.
When the rooster wants something to disappear, it disappears.
For good!
Rooster!
Oh, come on, Aggie. We get the 50 grand. We blow this crummy little town, and me and Lil will meet you.
Where? Oh, yeah.
Easy street. Easy street. Annie is the key. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Easy street. Easy street. That's where we're
to none of his lofty campaign promises. All we have had from Franklin Delano Roosevelt and his so-called brain trust
Brain
is
trust!
a great deal of high-flown talk and virtually no action. In a nation racked by poverty, misery, and unemployment, it is deeds we want from the White House, not words. In short, Mr. President, if you are listening, we've had enough of your fireside chats. It's time to...
Criticism, damn it! Nothing but criticism, damn it!
I know.
It's awful.
Did anybody see the Washington Post this morning?
My friends, I say again, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
Franklin, you've already been elected.
Every cloud has a silver lining. You're never fully dressed without a smile.
Oliver Warbucks and friend, Franklin.
Oh, thank you, Louis. Show them in, please.
Oliver?
Good morning, Mr. President.
Oliver, good of you to have come. And who is this we have here?
Mr. President, this is my good friend, Annie.
Annie?
She so wanted to meet you that I couldn't resist bringing her, just to say hello.
Oh, of course, the little girl who sang so beautifully on the radio last night.
Annie, President Roosevelt.
How do you do, President Roosevelt?
How do you do, Annie? Well, you're as lovely as you sounded on the radio.
Thank you, President Roosevelt.
Well, shall we begin?
Annie, if you'll just wait outside, I'll...
Oh, no, Oliver, let Annie stay.
thank you, Mr. President. Annie?
Having a child on hand will keep us on our best behavior. Harold, I don't want to hear so much as a gosh out of you.
But, Franklin, a child?
Now, Oliver, since you speak for those happy few Americans who still have money left, I'd like you to begin with your views on matters.
Thank you, Mr. President. In the words of Calvin Coolidge, the business of this country is business. And for the good of you, this country, Wall Street, and me, we need to get my factories open and the workers back to work.
According to my latest figures, there are 15 million Americans out of work and nearly 50 million with no visible means of support.
Mr. President, if I may say, unemployment is not our biggest concern. The dispatches from Germany are becoming more and more disturbing every day. Mr. President, there could be war! Germany, hell! There's people starving in this country! I know that, Harold, but in the long run...
Cordell, for people who are starving, there is no long run.
The trouble is, everything's happening at once. The stock market took another nosedive.
There's sit-down strikes, there's riots.
Floods, dust storms, and the FBI still hasn't caught Al Capone. Well, gentlemen, at least we're agreed on one thing. The situation is hopeless and getting worse.
Henry, I'd like to see those figures.